Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to address a question that some of you have asked me, and that is about my wife and if I can ever bring her on a video and introduce you guys to her and show you what she looks like. So the answer to that question is no, that's not going to happen. And it's not because I am against it. It is because my wife is very, very private, and she is not on any kind of social media. She goes out of her way to not be. She does not want to be a public figure in any way, and she's just content to be a great wife and a great mother to our children. And I'm very happy with that as well. So I won't be bringing her on any videos at all, ever. But I will take this time to tell you guys something about my wife. And for those of you that don't know, she and I have been together now for going on 18 years. Since I was very young, we've been together. And she stood by me through some amazingly difficult times, things that you guys would never believe. You know, where every other woman would have left and walked away, this woman stood by me and promised me that she'd always be there for me, even when I was advising her to leave me. I was sitting in jail facing life in prison, and I begged her to leave me. And I tried to make her understand that you're a young, beautiful girl, and you come from a good family, you have your whole life ahead of you, and I'm just a loser. And I have no future. And you staying with me and being with me is just going to destroy you. And even with all that coming from me, she refused, and she always stood by me. And even when the courts were saying life in prison for me, even when the lawyers were telling me to take this 30-year plea deal, she stood by me. And she said, no matter what, I'm with you until the end. And I have so much respect for her. She's such an amazing woman, and I will give my life for her in a second. Her name is Lauren, and she's of Italian descent. She's born in America, in New Jersey, like I am as well. She's 1 year older than me, and we've been married now for about 10 years. So I really owe her so much, guys. She gave me 3 beautiful children. She takes care of us. I have no complaints at all about her. And the best thing about my wife is that she and I have no secrets from each other. I never lie to her. You know, I have a lot of flaws. There's a lot of things about me that are difficult for people to accept and to deal with. And she takes it all and just handles it in such an amazing way. And she really is my best friend. And I love her to death. And like I said before, guys, I owe her everything. And I'll do anything for her. And for that reason, you know, no woman could ever compare with my wife. My wife is up here, and no other woman could ever even come close. So she has no concern about me ever falling in love with someone else or out of love with her or someone taking her place. She knows that that's impossible. It could never happen because nobody could bring to the table what she has already done for me and replicate the amount of loyalty and love she has shown me, sacrifice that she has done for me. And I'm very, very grateful and blessed to have such a great wife and a beautiful, healthy family. And they really mean the world to me. You know, and if it weren't for her, I never would have came out of prison. I never would have. She was the light at the end of it all that gave me something to look forward to and, you know, gave me some sense of a possible future outside of the way my life was going up until that time. And had it not been for her, I would have never, ever made it out. I would have never made it out of the streets. I would have never made it out of prison. And I probably would have killed myself. And so she is my everything, guys. And I share this with you because, you know, I haven't spoken about my wife specifically like this in any videos before. And again, some of you guys have asked me. I also speak about this because I see a common theme now on social media, especially where people are, you know, anti-marriage. They're going against marriage, and they're saying that there's no such thing as a good marriage anymore, or good women, and it's just bullshit. And the man is the victim and the sucker, and he's going to lose everything. And I wanted to share this with you guys so you see that that's not true, okay? That's one perspective. And even though maybe my case is the minority and rare for what it is, we have a beautiful marriage, and I love her to death. And money means nothing. My wife doesn't work, and she hasn't worked for many, many years. Since I came out of prison, she's never worked. And I would take it upon myself to sacrifice, and I'll work 2, 3 jobs before I ever ask her to work. And she has offered many times, and it's me who stops her, because it's enough work what she does, just being my wife and being the mother to our kids and being the glue that holds our family together and saves me from myself in so many ways. You know, there's a crazy part to me, and that part I don't think will ever go away. And the only thing keeping that in check is her. So there does exist real marriages and real love, and it's not all about money. I never have those thoughts in my mind about divorce and she's going to take half. Never. And I don't have those thoughts, and I don't have those concerns. And the bottom line about that is I would give my wife everything. Everything that I have, I would give to her. And I hold her in that high of a regard. So I wanted to give you guys these words of encouragement and hopefully, you know, give you a sense of hope for yourselves that you can also find this. There are people out there who are good, and love really does exist. But for it to exist and survive and be real, you have to be honest with yourselves, and you have to be honest with each other. That's the number one key ingredient to my marriage working, is that I never lie to her. I never lie to her, even in instances where telling her the truth may hurt her in a sense. I know she doesn't want to hear the truth about a lot of things, but it's more important that she understand and know what's actually happening than my trying to protect her feelings in that way and creating a false sense of who I am and putting on this image of this person that I think she wants me to be, when in reality I'm someone else. I would never do that. So I encourage you guys also to follow me in this way. Never lie in relationships. Never lie in life, period. There are few exceptions that I can lie. If you're lying to law enforcement to save yourselves, I have no problem with that. If you're lying to save the life of someone else, I have no problem with that. But aside from that, and possibly a couple other exceptions, never lie. I see that as the number one cause for the failure of relationships, is that people lie about who they are and what they really want. I talk to my wife about anything and everything. And for those of you that follow my videos, there are other women in my life also. And my wife knows them, and she's friends with them. And there are no secrets ever. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we still are the way we are. And for the rest of my life, I only have one wife. I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in multiple marriages. I don't believe in any of those things that are so commonly accepted these days. So I'll wrap this video up by telling my wife, Lauren, I love you so much, babe. And I love you for the rest of my life, always. No one will ever take your place, and I'll give my life for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time.